Welcome back to the Phenomenal Student Podcast. Last week, I talked about the author, another one of my students who ended up excelling after getting through some initial challenges. So, just to begin this one, in the classroom, students have a hard time paying attention to what they got going on instead of what others have going on. We know we have adults that have the same issue. Well, this particular student, I'm gonna call him the Stargazer. He had a similar issue. So he was in the same classroom with this student. So just tell you a little about the student. He was a good kid. Didn't get in any trouble. Never caused so much problem. I don't think I barely even so much had to sit him out of recess. But he was an inspiration for my very first reflection when I was inside the classroom. I am great. My classroom was the greatest room my first year. Now, his student, he was a good student, but he struggled on taking tests. He did okay on classroom work, so he struggled most of the year. So we kind of had a inflection point or a key seminal moment at the same time that the other student I told y'all about last week during test taking period. So this student, we were doing this, I call it the Greatness Book Club, which I will talk about in the coming weeks, probably the next 2 or 3 weeks. But the other students were reading at lunch. I thought it was the coolest thing, but he wasn't reading. I remember he said that he wanted to, talk to his buddies. And, I'm gonna be real, I hit him with, your buddies passed the test. So it was doing this key critical test taking period. And I told him like, hey, you worried about them. They already passed and you ain't even there yet. So the student, hey, you know what he started doing? He started reading at lunch. And it was just something about that. It caused a shift. He passed the test that week. And then, I was talking to him during dismissal, her dismissal, and I was like, hey, just build on that. Don't look back. Like I would say, just carry it from there. And you know what? He did. He didn't do as well on the start. Because the thing is, I learned about these state assessment. It's not about like what you do during a 2 week period. Obviously, sometimes it can be that way. So it's a whole year thing. All right. So going into the next year, I had the same student. He was crushing it. He was making 100s on all his class assignments. He was passing his test, maybe not excelling on his test, but he was passing them. I was like, wow, this dude made a jump. He was making so many hundreds. I'm like, he's like a machine. But it got to a point where, he started to get a little shaky on tests. He was like barely failing them. And he failed one, I think, I thought nothing of it because he wasn't making like 90s and 100s. So I was like, okay, kids fail a test here and there. Don't stress about it. Don't put that pressure on them. But then he failed another one. So I was like, So me as a teacher, I decided to take that deep dive into data, as I always say. And I started seeing that essentially he was getting tired. He would do very well the first part of the test. And then he was starting to get tired at the end. These questions are tests are 35 and 40 questions long. So you always get tired around question number 20. So it really was just him getting tired. So what I told him, I was like, look, I'm doing this star test. Hey, leave in the middle of the test. Or at some point and just kind of take 5 minutes, wash your face, just take a rest, whatever. He ended up passing the star and to passing his math test. So both math and reading, because math tends to not be as exhausting. So one thing I wanted to do, this student was always one of my biggest leaders. So one of the things I wanted to do for that student was to highlight him during our fifth grade graduation. Because even though he wasn't the star one that they always talked to when they came into the classroom or anything like that, I know he was one of the most important people in my classroom. It was always one of my most supportive students and one of my leaders. So you always want to highlight your leaders within the classroom. So I made it a point to highlight him during the fifth grade graduation. I wanted to do that. He's one of the students I don't even worry about. I was like, man, I don't need to talk to no parents. I don't need to ask how they do it. I was like, I know this kid's going to be successful in life. But it was that key moment from his first year. I felt like him realizing, like, hey, I got to stop worrying about what everybody else got going on. Oh, it's not like he was a kid that was always talking or doing anything like that. It might just be his natural mindset. He's not naturally observant. But the one thing I had to tell him, like, you got to stop worrying about other people, worry about yourself as far as like in your actual performance. That don't mean you don't care about other people, but you have to actually sit up there and focus on what you got going on. And he was ultimately able to be successful. So I would just leave any challenge to any teacher. Like, hey, make sure you get students to focus on themselves and their own individual performance. Then at the same time, so if you are able to do that, your students will start to excel. This has been Mr. Short. Be phenomenal. Make sure that be phenomenal, Mr. Short. Make sure that you follow me on Twitter at Mr. 100 Teacher or on TikTok at the Phenomenal Teacher. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast on YouTube, on Spotify, and on Apple Podcasts. Thanks for listening.